Alright, welcome back to this HTML and CSS video tutorial. In the previous tutorial we talked about how we can start our navigation bar within CSS. Now in this tutorial we are going to know how we can create a very clean project just by creating folders and rearranging our files inside. Now in the future we can get a lot of style sheets or a lot of CSS in our folder that we are working inside alongside with the HTML. So what we need to do in order not to confuse ourselves or in order not to make our project very dirty is we can create a new folder. So right click, go to new folder and call this folder CSS. Now after getting this folder CSS, what you can do is just cut all your CSS file and paste them inside over here like so. And now when I go into my HTML file trying to reference my CSS this way, as in style sheet text slash CSS href, which is the most important one, my style.css, when I reference it this way it's not going to work for me because I've changed the directory for my CSS file. It's now not in the HTML file directory, but it's now inside a folder called CSS inside the HTML. So what I need to do is I need to introduce CSS /my style.css. In this sense, it's going to know that okay, there is a folder called CSS whereby we can find my style.css. Okay, so let me try saving this, and now when I reload the page it's going to work for me just like so. Okay, but when I take away the CSS from there just like this and save that, reload the page, now it's not working for me because the root has been changed. I mean the CSS files has been moved from our HTML folder to a different folder. So we need to do that by telling HTML now that the reference is now in a folder called CSS, and now you should look for the CSS file over here. Okay, now in the next tutorial we are going to try adding some images to our website, and to add images to the website we need to get also an image folder or images folder in here so that we are going to keep our images inside. So what I'll do is create a new folder and I'll call that folder images. So I'll keep all images in this folder so I can reference them. What I can also do once again is create another folder, call it JSS. In the future, maybe when we are adding some JavaScript files, we can add them to this folder as well. Okay, so this is now very clean. You can also decide to keep all these HTML files in one folder, which I'm not going to do that, but you can do that as well. So that is it for this tutorial, and meet me in my next tutorial for images and detailed information about keeping images in your HTML. Bye.